What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Today we are doing a plus minus kings team of all players. Today our entire team is players that have the best plus minus in the NHL as of right now. And I think you're going to be surprised by some of the guys on this list. You just don't have your everyday 100-point scores with the best plus minuses in the league. But instead, we do have a couple solid players and a couple, wow, I'm surprised they made the list kind of guys as well. Starting with Giordano and mdoe on the first line of our D pair here. Giordano did lead all of the league right now with plus minus with a plus 39. mdoe's up there as well on Tampa Bay. Then we have Dumoulin, we have Pesks, and then we have Hainsey and TJ Brody. I don't know if people seen the Ron Hainsey one. A lot of talk about Ron Hainsey's age. Not a lot of talk about that plus minus. It's always an interesting measurement, plus minuses. And this is why a lot of people say, oh, you can't use plus minus for best defenseman. Because if I were to tell you these are the 6 best defensemen in the league right now, you would probably laugh at me. But switching over to our offense, we have Teravainen, we have Backlund, and then we have Elias Lindholm. Backlund being the leader on plus minus for forwards right now with a plus 36. Then we had Bonino, we had Point, we had Sorelli, Josh Anderson, Ryan O'Reilly been playing some very good defense over there at center and putting up points this year. One of the fewer guys, him and Braden Point, that put up a lot of points and made the list. Elias Lindholm you can throw up there as well, I guess. Michael Frolik, and then Mitch Marner just barely cracked the list with a plus 22, the lowest plus minus of everybody on the list. Then Alex Killorn and Sebastian Aho also just barely cracking the list. And the way we did do these lines, you're probably wondering why Mitch Marner's fourth line, same with Aho, is the way we did them is based on your plus minus. Your first line, if you had the best plus minus, second line if you was set, top 6, third line top 9, fourth line top 12, same with the defense. And then as far as goaltending is concerned, we still have Rich in net. We still have Smith in net. It's definitely going to be a challenge with those guys in net. They've certainly proved that this year they can definitely hang in net. But the reason we have those two in net is because we chose the Calgary Flames as our team. The reason we chose the Calgary Flames as our team is because Giordano led the league in plus minus, along with like 3 or 4 other Calgary Flames way up there in plus minus. So we had to use the Calgary Flames to represent them very well. And the reason we chose to use a goaltender off of the Flames is because I don't know too many goalies with a plus 20 in the league right now. I thought we turned off our trade block, but we did not. But we will sim up this season. When we get the season all simmed up, we will see how our Calgary Flames are doing. Right now, they're 8-6. Oh, I'd like to think these bad boys can make playoffs. I mean, they have the best plus minus in the league. They got to be doing something right, don't they? Or are they just possibly playing on a good line? Or are they possibly playing some easy lines down on the 3rd or 4th line? Well, Nikita Kucherov takes all the defense. Hey, you never know. You can't say that about everybody, though, because, I mean, Lindholm's up there on one of the best lines in the league right now, so it's hard telling exactly the measure it takes to be a good plus-minus guy. I'm sure the story could be told in 16 different ways on why somebody has a good plus-minus, and if they're good, or if they're bad, or if they just get carried, so on and so forth. But regardless, I would like to think all of our good plus-minus guys know a little bit about defense and maybe some goal scoring, or one or the other, and right now we're only 26 and 23. It's starting to look more and more like, can we even make playoffs with this team? We have 31 wins, but 500 is not going to make you playoffs. I would have thought for sure this team could make playoffs. I mean, they're the plus-minus kings. The goal differential is their specialty, but when you have your best players in Aho and Marner sitting on the 4th line because they was one of the worst players when it came to plus-minus on the team, you question if they're going to make playoffs. It looks like they're not. That was barely an 80-point season. It was hard to believe that team didn't even make playoffs. A team of the best plus minus guys. I could be wrong. We'll let it keep simulating here until it stops us. Season's complete, and I don't see us making a playoffs. A team of all the best plus minus guys in the league. You would think that'd be the team that makes playoffs. Why would that team not make playoffs? They're the best plus minus in the league. You'd think, you know what? These guys are out there when all the goals are being scored and not giving up. But apparently, we missed the playoffs by nothing. We tied the Vancouver Canucks with 86 points. EA knowing how the Pacific Division's running this year. An 86-point playoff team. I can't believe we still missed playoffs. Let's see what the goal differential is. We had 210 goals for. Not very high. And then goals allowed was 213. So he was about even. 2.56 and 2.6. The question is, though, how did our players do plus minus wise? Braden Point had 65 points. Point. He was a minus 14. Okay, Braden Point. Are you getting carried by Kucherov, pal? I don't know. I ain't going to go down that road. -4 for Sebastian Aho on the 4th line. You would think your 4th liners playing the easier defense. You would assume the 3rd line D pair. It would be a plus minus of a positive. But instead, Aho's on the 4th line. He wasn't a 4th liner. Was he 4th or 3rd? 4th or 3rd line. And he had 56 points and a -4. Carolina -8, +14 for Ryan O'Reilly, the best player on the team, it looks like. Ryan O'Reilly, that Josh Anderson line, they did well. +13, +14. Everybody else, the plus minus is negative. Doomlin with the -20, -11 for Pest. Definitely not the season you're looking for, fellas. Who was looking for the plus minus Kings? Not this. Let's see how the goaltending did real quick. All right, let's see it. 913 by 913. Not terrible. I mean, it was doable. It was winnable with those kind of goals against averages and saves. You just got to play better. I mean, obviously, an 82 overall, an 81. They're not going to put up amazing numbers. And that appears to be the case here. Unfortunately, our team couldn't even make playoffs, let alone win a Stanley Cup. Our team of the best plus minus guys couldn't even make playoffs. If there's another video you guys want to see like this one, as always, I'm always listening to suggestions. Please do let me know. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.